Football. Madden 2-4. Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
Yo, what is good? TJ. Madden 22.
2. Is this Madden 2-4?
Today,
It's Madden 20.
from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, this is the National Football League.
Oh. Madden 2-2.
We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Denver Broncos taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
If you want to play Madden 2-4, I can share play, just let me know.
Downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams.
Yo. Adcom, please help me with my playlist URL. The BC Gaming Dispatcher, the command, please, has been added successfully. Popped in to say hi BC.
Yo, what is good old OMG? See, I didn't even have to.
The BC Gaming Dispatcher, the please command was added correctly.
See, I didn't even have to. I didn't even get a chance to share my screen out. And y'all
Stream Elements bot running, emoji robot.
From the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team.
I am gonna do some KO Perico setups.
Okay.
Ring 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 banana phone.
As you start a game.
Playlist. Wow, 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 wow.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Playlist.
What the? Oh, okay.
3 yards remain for second down. Bridgewater to throw it. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Please so.
Here's Bridgewater. He's got a man at Sutton that's complete.
Please.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
First down, Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Bridgewater on first down. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Hello, everyone.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Hey, MT.
Please help me wear my playlist URL. Hello, MT Pockets. Welcome to the stream. Help me with my playlist URL.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. It's caught at the 1. Touchdown, Broncos! Bridgewater finding Cortland Sutton on the touchdown throw. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
McManus's point after is good. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Nice throw.
Top by Justin Simmons. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
Before that last one.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. This is the tight end fan. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On second down, it's Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He'll get this one to Patrick. Touchdown! Tim Patrick, 29 yards. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Run it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's second and 10. Bridgewater now. That is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Get that.
This is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when the quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And off we go from Denver. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst. Nice gain, too.
2nd down and 3. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, the return is Powell. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken 1st overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Flushed out right. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Get that, son.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. He'll buy some time right. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Stafford.
And
this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Hey.
Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return is Spencer. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Come on.
He's picked off at his own 47, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's 2nd down.
And that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate. It was just incomplete.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford.
Somebody get the ball.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw, Bridgewater. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Six 0 our score after one.
We're getting late.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford, rolling to his right. It's caught, Beckham. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4.
I can do it.
Now Stafford. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Stafford escaping the pressure right. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st down, Stafford here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything in the coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford.
Somebody, please.
For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Somebody,
on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Why?
They had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do
What is
anything
the
with
matter
it after 3
with you
plays.
guys?
Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Just get the...
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity. opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Powell on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted.
Son of a gun, dude.
And the Broncos are going to take
possession.
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 25 on 2nd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
The champ is here.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
BC.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
Yo, what is good take?
Hands 1st and 10. Matthew Stafford and the rest
James
of the Rams
Money.
offense set to take over once more. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
Get that, get that, get that!
It just
Son of a gun.
That they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Flush to his right.
Nope, nope. Oh!
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet
Broncos.
downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. From the gun on third down, Stafford.
I can't.
Only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. The final shot before the break, Stafford.
Get the ball.
It's Cup. He's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Get that, get that.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success.
Son of a...
body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Eluding the pressure right. And
Oh!
Slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Here's Bridgewater. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Gordon will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy.
No, I don't want to tie.
McManus's point after
No.
is good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. They got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Going for it all. And it's complete.
Whoa!
In the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Let's go!
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Broncos are going to get the football.
Everybody's what?
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
Oh, wow.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, I'm over here playing football.
First down, Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Alberto. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Bridgewater to throw it. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground.
Hello, Sampson.
And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
Yeah, Sampson and
See,
okay, don't
like
spin
they were
it.
so focused on the guys out wide, and they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver,
that was
work
you?
your way inside. Who gets lost
That was
sometimes?
you? No, I'm talking on YouTube. Oh. No, I ain't got no strikes at all.
Back in the backfield. That's exactly.
Wow.
Zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
22.
On the return is Brandon Powell.
Put it down.
Okay.
The Rams ready to go on offense. And for them a touchdown the last go around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
Just run it, just freaking let me freaking run it.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. That catch good for only a couple.
This is a close match.
They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch,
It's
you don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this.
We won. We know
and it's on EA Sports.
Oh, wait. Still go. Oh, this is the fourth.
So they'll come up first and 10
heck?
from the 33. Stafford rolling to his right.
Oh, no. Oh, I got that. Somebody got to be not pushing me like that.
He works it past the 50.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep the flow back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They got it now. Don't push me.
Catch is made. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. So keep firing.
Come on, come on.
And this is caught.
Yes! Wait, no. No. Man. Thought I had that. Because if it would have went out of way.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Oh, come on, just run it, please, yeah!
It's caught for a Ram touchdown.
Let's go!
A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short,
Touchdown.
they had to put something together here.
Rams!
And retake the lead right back.
Are you new to the channel?
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Stafford's going to try and throw for it.
Yes.
This one's caught.
Let's go get another touchdown!
On the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on it, 2 points for them.
Welcome. Hello everyone, make sure you are hitting that like button, emoji radio button, and hit that thumbs up if you like what you see, skipping the rest. Skipping some comments. Here are my rules you have to follow. 1 sus in my chat, if you do it will tell my mods to give you a warning. 2 don't ask to be mods, you have to. This 4 you guys are not allowed to remove or do anything until I say so. 5 I am trying something new, so I have removed some mods away, so you are talking bad about me, I will remove you from my channel and you will never come back. Here are my rules you have to follow. 1 sus in my chat, if you do it will tell my mods to give you a warning. 2 don't ask to be mods, you have to. This 4 you guys are not allowed to remove or do anything until I say so. 5 I am trying something new, so I have removed some mods away, so you. Here are my rules you have to follow. 1 sus in my chat, if you do it will tell my mods to give you a warning. 2 don't ask to be mods, you have T. Here are my rules you have to follow. 1 sus in my chat, if you do it will tell my mods to give you a warning. 2 don't ask to be mods, you have to. What is happening?
We're winning. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel.
Back inside for the completion.
Bridgewater on 1st down.
That's all I asked.
That is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there.
I subscribed.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I heard it.
Von Miller getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Nice
somebody please get that.
And keep him short of the 1st. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Uptime. This stream started 6-0 minutes ago.
Defense got the stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock.
Good defense.
Slim lead.
Thank you. No, bro. What? No.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. Flushed out right.
Run, just run, just run, just run.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
I literally just said just
the
run.
final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Escaping pressure right.
Oh,
this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Sliding out of the pocket. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Stafford.
Somebody just...
It's Woods. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Nah.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. His defense is coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing here, Stafford. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep.
Somebody.
And it is incomplete.
God, you guys.
Running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Flush to his right.
Run it. Why would you do that?
Through the contact, it's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They
Now you
can't get a throw away. He's taken down. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. The Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Bridgewater. That's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means
Flex, thank you very
catch the ball. They've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw. That's caught over the middle.
Somebody please tackle him.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Bridgewater.
Oh my God, dude.
But it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Desperation time. 4th down.
What did you guys do?
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on down.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, That's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking a question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over.
Game over. I won.
Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
Alrighty, see ya. Yep. 'Cause I can. They're gonna ask me why I'm leaving. 'Cause I can't, dude. Like, what the fruit?
Uptime. This stream started 1h10 min ago.